And how's it going with your sales for solar panels?
Dude, I signed two people last week, but one lady just canceled on me like an hour ago, and I want to kill her.
Oh, wow.
Nickson, you look good, bro.
Ladies.
Nickson, you do look good. Hello and welcome to the Boys Upstairs Show. This is the Week 6 NFL show.
Yeah.
All right, game one on the slate. Game one on the slate here. Seahawks going to Cincinnati. Bengals are -3. Total's 45.5. We're going to give it to Samuel.
Welcome back, gentlemen. It's always great to be here for another week of fine football talk. I'm going to start and get this out of the way. I've been absolutely dog shit lately on my picks, and I've got to pick that up. That's on me, left hand up. Here, I'm going to go with the Bengals -3. And why I'm going to do that is because the Bengals looked good last week on offense. Ja'Marr Chase found a groove, and it seems as Burrow is finally connecting with his all-star receivers that he's had and was supposed to be doing from week one, but just started to be able to do last week. So I think that's a good step in their momentum. You can't make too many excuses off of it, but Burrow's calf injury was definitely nagging at him a little bit, and it seemed like he was a lot more comfortable last week. So Joe's calf, I had that written down on my notes. And this is to throw a Hail Mary to get my record up. I'm going to go with the first half under 24.5. I am the king of the first half. We got to get the juices flowing. I had that in my notes as well. We got to get the juices flowing. And both of these teams like to score late. Neither of them have gotten off to tremendously quick starts this year, and that's why I'm going first half as opposed to the whole game under, because with two offenses like this, you've seen Geno and the Seahawks like to throw it out. They like to get it going late in the game. They like to take shots. They like to gamble, and the Bengals have the talent to do that, and they also like to do that a little bit as well. So Bengals -3, first half under 24. Let's win some bets.
This is kind of the same story we see every year, like maybe a little bit worse, but like they start slow in September in the early months. You don't want to play your best football until the end of the year, and then they heat up mid-season, hot through the end of the year, and then right when we go into playoffs, everyone's like Chiefs or Bengals when it comes to the AFC. And I think that's the same story we're going to see this year. Same thing, except Burrow's been a little bit injured, and it's been hard this year, but they're gonna pick it up. This is the start. This is when they go on a little win streak. Then what do you know? Baltimore's not playing that great. Pittsburgh's not playing that great. Cleveland's definitely not playing great. All of a sudden, they win their division somehow. They win a couple of games now. They're hot at the end. So I definitely think Cincinnati's winning this game, and I'm taking the over. I mean, as we saw last week, Cincinnati just started getting their offense going. Ja'Marr Chase just had a career game. He's going to keep giving him the ball and getting and the offense is starting to pick up. The Seahawks are also a great offense. You know, three really good receivers, really good young running back. Geno's still playing good football. So the over and Bengals -3.
I have the Seahawks. I know that I don't like the Bengals, so it's not because of that. So I'll just get that out of the way right now. Seahawks are 13-4 against the spread in the last 17 road games in October. That's a little bit of a cherry pick stat, you might say, but I think the Seahawks are a much better team than the Bengals this year. Like Coby was saying, good teams are always able to figure it out. I don't think the Bengals are a good team this year. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not going to touch the total, though, because I feel like it should be over, but I also definitely can see a universe where it goes under. So when I feel like that, I'm not going to touch it. But Seahawks +3.
I didn't think anybody was going to take the Seahawks, but Tommy did it. And I'm also on the Seahawks this week. I get what Coby was saying about how they're going to find their groove and whatnot, and how they might end up winning the division. That's all true. But you can look at the betting stats by the end of the week. I guarantee you more than 3/4 of the public is going to be betting on the Bengals. And I'm a contrarian at heart. I like the Seahawks. They got a lot of good things going. I'll take them plus the points. And over is the chalk pick here. So give me the over, give me the Seahawks.
I hear what you guys are saying with the Seahawks. They got a lot of good stuff going for them. Bengals are kind of hitting their stride offensively. It looked like they kind of figured something out last week as far as keeping Burrow safe while also getting Ja'Marr Chase the ball downfield. I think that, you know, if they click at the right time, which is usually how they do it, it seems to be every year, then, you know, this is kind of going to be a statement win for them against a good Seahawk team. So as much as it hurts for me to say, I think that the Bengals pull this one out, -3. Yeah, I just have belief in Burrow and Ja'Marr Chase and everything they got going on over there.
The Seahawks are third to last in the league in passing defense, only trailed by the Bears and surprisingly the Chargers, as Joe finds his groove, his swing of things, and his receivers do too. I think I'm smelling Bengals -3.
I'll hop right in here. I'm not gonna go get on the Bengals train just yet. They beat the Cardinals, who some expected to be the worst team in the league coming into the year. So I'm not getting on the Bengals train just yet. So I'm gonna stick with the Cardinals.
You mean the Seahawks?
Yeah.
Close enough. Two bird teams. I honestly don't know what I want to do this game. I don't like the Bengals defense. They're terrible. I don't know. It's bittersweet letting the Cardinals give up 20 points, or having the Bengals give up like 20 points to the Cardinals. Knowing that, I feel like the Seahawks are going to tear them apart. And the Seahawks have they have a really good defense. They have a decent defense. I don't know. I honestly don't know. The Bengals they were starting to hit their stride, so they kind of do look good. But Seahawks spread. I want to take the under for this game. I'll take the under as well. I think that both defenses are going to be really good. Geno Smith and the Seahawks are really good. Jamar Chase and the Bengals they're not looking as good as everyone thought they would be. So I'm going under.
Joe Burrow decided that he wanted to be good again, right in the nick of time when everybody started to say he was a fraud. But I do believe in the guy. I mean, I saw what the Seahawks did to my beloved Giants. It's kind of like they're getting shit on all the time. But I really thought that we were going to win that game because, Geno played for us for a while. And I thought, we might know a bit about him, but we proved to just not know our head from our ass that game. So Bengals -3.
I like the Seahawks. I like their coach better. I actually trust their quarterback better to perform more consistently. Yes, Joe Burrow is better than Geno, but is he more consistent with that calf injury? I don't know. Seahawks got a great set of corners that can lock down Jamar Chase and Tyler Boyd, maybe T. Higgins if he plays, not sure if he is. Even though it's a team from the West Coast going east for a 1 o'clock kickoff, I do like them to cover the 3 points. And also, I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I'm going to take the over as well. The Bengals, even though that was a great performance last week, they got to prove to me with a couple more quality wins that they are actually back. I don't know if they're back yet.
Bengals. I
All
think
right.
Joe Burrow is going to turn up the rest of the year. You heard it here first.
Game 2 on the slate here. Lions -3 going to Tampa Bay, playing the Buccaneers. Total is 45. Two teams who are at the top of their divisions right now. Two teams who are a little bit surprisingly good. We're going to go ahead and give it to Coby.
I think there's two things that football fans get confused and the media and analysts get confused a lot. So there's good teams like the Lions, like Chiefs, Eagles, 49ers. There's good teams. And then there's teams that are better than they were expected to be. Like the Bucs. The Bucs were Baker Mayfield supposed to be tanking for Caleb. They've won a couple games. And now they're better than people expected, but that does not mean that they're this really good team because people are like, wow, not the Bucs are back, but like the Bucs, they're pretty good. This game's only a 3-point difference. I think the Lions could possibly blow them out. I'm taking the Lions -3. I think the Lions probably are going to score like 28-ish, and I think the Bucs will put up a couple of points. So I definitely think this game goes over, but I think the Lions are definitely going to win. Are going to win this game with ease is my prediction. I would take the spread if it was 7.
I sort of disagree with you. I agree with your take on the over. I'm definitely going over here. It might be a sucker play, but over 43.5 between these two teams. Lions overs are normally bound to hit. So yes, I am going over there. But I'm going to go with the Bucs here. And as you guys know, I've been talking about in the chat earlier, how I'm not fully bought in on the Lions. Yes, I am a NFC North Bears fan, so take it with a grain of salt. But besides that Chiefs game, the Lions haven't really done anything impressive. Yes, they beat the Packers on prime time, but I think it's becoming more and more of a realization through the weeks that Jordan Love is ass and the Packers suck this year. And who else? They beat the Panthers and the Falcons.
And the Chiefs. They beat the Chiefs.
I mentioned that. I said besides the Chiefs.
Pre-Taylor Swift Chiefs, though.
And that's a week. Can everyone shut the fuck up for a second? Jesus. And yes, so the Chiefs week 1, but we all know that's week 1. Anything happens week 1, all of that. I think the Bucs aren't, like Coby said, they're not a great team. Like they're not world beaters by any means. But I don't think they're a bad team. They're definitely way better than people assumed that they were going to be. But I don't think they're bad at all. And they've come out and had some pretty decent games this year. And I feel like the Lions are in a little bit of a honeymoon phase right now. I feel like they're sniffing their own shit a little bit, and someone's going to sneak up on them. and the Bucks have shown Baker Mayfield's nails. I don't care what anyone says. He's a nail gun. I love Baker Mayfield. And I think, is it in Tampa or Detroit?
Tampa.
Okay. Yeah. Bucks +3 over.
I like everything Sam just said. Lions are a good team, like Coby said, but I disagree with Coby saying that the Bucks are some type of just average, team. I think that they're probably going to end up winning that division, and they're a team that can win a playoff game. And not a lot of teams in the NFL have a chance to, go to the playoffs and win a playoff game. So I think that puts them in a tier that's a little bit above average, if I'm being honest. They have a stout defense. They have great backers. You expect the Lions to just come in there and whoop them and whatever, but I agree with Sam. I could see this being a Bucks win. I didn't take the Bucks to win. I just took the over because I wanted to play it a little bit safer.
Nickson's got a big lead, so now he's not going to take any picks.
Yeah, I just took the over on this one.
I'm taking the Lions. Lions are 13-2 against the spread in their last 15 games. Lions are a wagon right now. I put the Lions in the contending category of my tiers list. I believe in the Lions, unlike Sam. I mean, I picked the Lions to win the division in the summer, and they're doing what I thought they were going to do to this point. Obviously, it's a very young season still, so they could be assets at this point going forward. But I think that right now, the Lions in this game, the Bucks are, like Coby said, outperforming expectations, but not to the level of the Lions. So give me the Lions -3, and I'm going to take the over too, because I do think that 45 is a little bit low for how good of an offense the Lions are. And I think the Bucks could put up a little bit of points too. So give me over 45 and Lions -3.
Tommy, when you picked them to win the NFC North, I laughed at you, but so far so good. They are definitely surprising me. Sam brought up the lack of quality wins except for the Chiefs game, but Tampa doesn't have any quality wins. I know they had a bye last week, so they haven't played 5 games yet like a lot of other teams, but I'm going to go with the Lions. I think that they have a better quarterback, and they're more talented as far as 1 through 53 on the roster. So I believe they're going to go down to Tampa and cover. But Tampa is surprising me as well because I did not expect their quarterback to be as good as he has been so far. I'm not a Baker Mayfield guy. I'm sorry, I haven't been a Baker Mayfield guy in his career, but he's proven me wrong up to this point. But I think that even if he plays well, which he might, I think that the Lions are a better team, and I like them to win and cover the 3.
Lions are really good. Bucks have surprised some people. Games in Tampa Bay, Bucks play a lot of teams close. I would really like to take the over this game. They set it kind of low, so I think it's kind of trappy. Same with the spread only being 3 when the Lions have just been blowing everybody out almost. But yeah, give me the Bucks. That's it.
Dude, the Lions are fucking good this year, I think. Aren't they? I don't know if the Bucks are any good, but I know the Lions are decent, so I got the Lions.
I think the Bucks got some momentum going. Baker's out here coming from Cleveland. He already got my respect, so I'm automatically going with the Bucks.
I'll follow Cam. I'm going to be going with the Lions. Strength of schedule is one argument, but then at the same time, the Lions are either top 5 or 6 in the league on both sides of the ball. It's hard to beat, and they're rolling. So I think they're going to take what's theirs down in Tampa Bay, and they're going to cover. So what are they, -3? Yeah, give me that. Give me -3. Give me Jared Goff, Ryan Gosling.
I'm pretty high on Baker. I've been saying that, and I think the Lions are due for a bad loss. So, give me the Bucks.
Give me Dan Campbell. I haven't seen a nose that red since Tom Coughlin was leading us to 2 chips. I think Baker's been doing super well this year, but I think that they're gonna stomp on the Bucks.
It's time for the best part of the show. It's time for the locks of the week, and we're gonna go ahead and give it to Sean here.
So I was looking, and the biggest spread differential besides the Giants Bills is the Panthers Dolphins. The Panthers are plus 13.5 favorites. And I think that is such an astronomical amount of points that they're going to cover it. So give me them Panthers plus 13.5.
I was actually going to take a different lock of the week, but you kind of motivated me with your take right there. So I don't think that's a lot of points at all. When you put up 70 points, you kind of just run with the punches when they throw out a spread like that. So I'm thinking Dolphins -13.5 here, lock of the week. Put it in.
I decided to spice it up a little bit. So I'm going to take the Jags -4. It's in Jacksonville. Things haven't been looking too good for them. So I think this is a good opportunity for them to get a divisional win against a beat up team and get Trevor Lawrence back on track.
I mean, Trevor Lawrence back on track. They played in London last week and beat the Buffalo Bills.
He hasn't looked too good though. I mean, he looked good in London, but since like before that, they weren't looking too fire.
Another AFC South team. I'm taking the Texans plus 1.5 against New Orleans. I said it before the draft. I said it after the draft. CJ Stroud's going to be the best rookie quarterback to come out of this class. I wanted him to be an Indianapolis Colt. The Texans kind of hijacked that plan. And now he's in the division. We got to play him twice a year. New Orleans is good. They just, they're still trying to put it all together. Alvin Kamara is finally coming back. They got some good pieces on the defensive line. But besides that, Derek Carr doesn't really scream winner to me. So yeah, give me CJ Stroud. Give me Houston Texans plus 1.5.
I like the Rams to destroy the Cardinals. The Cardinals have a worse coach, worse quarterback, worse roster, worse everything. Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp might be the best receiver tandem in the league. Even though they're 2-3, I think they're a better roster. And I don't even know where the game is. I think it might be an area. It doesn't matter because the Rams don't have fans anyway, and the Cardinals want to lose on purpose so they can get a better draft pick. Weird game, weird vibes. Give me the Rams -7.
This might be an unpopular opinion, especially as a supporter of the Buffalo Bills myself, but I'm going to go with the Giants plus 14.5 on Sunday Night Football this week against the Bills. That is a massive number for a primetime game. And the last time the Giants were on Sunday Night Football, they got blown out 40-0 by the Cowboys in week 1. Dayball can't let that happen again. The Giants can't let that happen again. It's going to be in their heads. And 14 points is it's too big of a number. I sincerely do not believe there's a way they lose 2 Sunday Night Football games in a row by more than 2 touchdowns. So I don't know if they're going to win, but I think they're going to cover that 14.5 pretty easily.
I forget who alluded to it earlier about the Patriots being in a bad spot. I hate to do this to my friends Lowell and Coby, but I'm going to take the Raiders -3 here. They're playing the Patriots. It's at home in Las Vegas. And this will just be another nail in the coffin, so to speak, for Bill here, losing to Josh McDaniels, one of his apprentices. But I do think that the Raiders aren't that horrible. They haven't been great. And I was very high on them when they got Devontae Adams last year. But this year, they're pretty mid. But the Patriots might be really, really bad. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Raiders -3 here. And I think that 3 is not a lot of points for as bad as the Patriots might be, which I hate to say, but I think it's the truth. So Raiders -3.
I like the Jags. We talked about it earlier. Not only are they starting to click, Calvin Ridley and Trevor Lawrence, but I think it's more about the Colts not having Anthony Richardson. So that's going to hurt them. Not going to be able to find a groove. The game is about rhythm, and Jags look good. So, but credit to the Colts for being kind of where they are. I did not expect that at the beginning of the season.
My lock of the week, shout out to Scott, wherever you are, Cowboys -2.5 on Monday Night Football this week. Chargers, as someone mentioned earlier, they're terrible against the pass. They just lost Mike Williams, and I just don't think they're going to win this game. Dak is 4-1 in his career on Monday night. I think he's about to make it 5-1. After a bad loss on primetime, this is the Cowboys' chance to show America, hey, we're not that bad, even though they might be. They're going to say, hey, like we're still contenders. So I think they prove that here and beat the Chargers.
If I'm allowed to do a lock, but
and just pick any game other than the 2 games you already picked.
no, so I was actually gonna say the Cowboys too. So I completely agree with Coby. I mean, they got smacked last week, and I still think they're a legit team, and I have something to prove. So I think they definitely win by more than 2.5.
Sunday night, 8 p.m. I will no longer have any skin on my penis. I'm going to jerk off at least 8 times, and I'm so excited. I got nothing going on this weekend. I'm just going to park my ass on the couch, watch NFL, watch porn, straight porn, and no skin
Lube?
on my
No
penis.
lube?
What, Cam?
Lube?
No, I'm going to do no lube for 4, spit for
Did
3.
you even
blood
say
for
what
1.
game you're picking yet? Like,
No, that was my lock. Okay.
Jerk
I'll
off?
pick Bills over the Giants. That's my fucking lock.
Plus or minus 10 ounces of cum that Poncy releases. I got the over.
What website are you going to use?
I'm gonna use My Horse and Me, and
That's awesome.
yeah. God damn, Sean, are you good?
I get hugged.
Water went down the wrong pipe.
All right, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Like and fucking subscribe.
Like and
That was a
subscribe.
great closer. That was a great closing
Yeah,
sentence.
that was awesome.